Hello everybody, how is it going? And boy, do I have a cool surprise for you today. Today we are going to be checking out a brand new pedal from Revv Amplification all the way in Canada. We are going to be checking out the Revv G8 noise gate. And guys, if it's the first time here or if you have been here before, guys, make sure you are subscribed. I do gear reviews like this, I do Axe Effects tutorials, I do giveaways. I don't want you to miss any of that cool stuff, so make sure you are subscribed. So guys, let's jump right in and let's talk about the G8. The very first thing you're going to notice about the G8 is it has a killer paint on it. It is black, it's sparkly, it's cool. It has this cool fractal tesseract looking graphic on the front of it. It looks really cool. It's actually the first pedal that they actually put a graphic on. Just a little disclaimer, I'm keeping this review wacky and wild just because I'm in that kind of mood, so buckle up. Now let me lower this down. So the G8, it's Revv's first pedal that isn't a preamp per se, because a lot of their other pedals were the G2, 3, and 4 were all from the generator amp. This is the first one that is a noise gate. It technically still is from the amp because my Revv 100R, which you can see in the over there, it also has a gate in it, but it doesn't really have all of these controls in it. It pretty much just has a threshold control in it. So let's actually get to talking about the pedal, and I'll go over a little bit of things. I'm trying to talk too much because I know you guys actually want to hear it. So in the actual box itself, you get this cool little pamphlet. I'm going to put that on the screen so we can read it together. So the controls on it, you have the hold knob, which is how long the gate is held open after it starts to close. You have the release, how quickly the gate closes, releases. You have the threshold, well, it's called thresh, but it's threshold. It's the level at which the gate starts to open, and you have the return signal. You have a return and you have a send. So this gate is cool, and this little booklet is really cool because it explains everything for you and even tells you how to set it up. The way we're going to set it up today is I'm literally just running it right in front of my amp. The amp we're going to be using is actually not my 100R Mark III. It is going to be my 5150 combo, which I think you can kind of see. Yeah, you can kind of see it on there. This amp's really good, but it's old and it's noisy as hell, and it's really going to test out the G8, mate. So rolling right along, you can run this thing in your effects loop of the amp if you want. I'm not going to do that because I really don't have a lot of pedals to put in the effects loop, and I'm sure someone else is actually going to have a way more pedals than me that's going to generate a lot of noise, and they can demonstrate that well. I'm just going to kind of show you doing a simple setup with it, and you can do a 4-cable method with it. You can do the 2-cable. You can get noisy pedals. This little booklet is actually really helpful because it explains a lot of stuff for you. So the pedal itself, it's in the same housing as all of the other pedals, so it's good quality, it's metal, it does not take a battery, it definitely takes power. So I'm going to flip myself in the upper left-hand corner for you guys, and we'll check out the pedals. Okay, I did that on purpose. The gate's off right now. You heard the noise that was in there, and you heard my fingers coming off my strings and stuff like that. The gate is actually going to mute that for us. So I'm using my 2 notes captor, by the way. That's how I'm getting the amp into the computer and using the IRs, because if I would use a cab, that would be a nightmare. So, alright, so the gate is on, and as you can see, it already muted some noise. So I look at gates like a compressor. So I do a lot of stuff in my DAW, and I mix and master and stuff, and a gate is basically a form of a compressor in a roundabout way. So the hold is the attack. That's basically how fast it's how fast the compressor or the limiter is going to act on the signal. That's exactly what this does. So I have my hold, I have it like pretty much down. This is like it's low because I want that to act very, very fast. So the release is going to affect your sustain. So I don't really have that cranked up kind of high. You have to kind of crank that to your taste. And the threshold is all going to depend on how noisy your stuff is and just kind of like when you want it to open. I'm using my Black Cat headless multi-scale with the squiggly lines with some Fishman Tosins for some tones today. And try and keep my back straight so I don't look like an idiot. I'm kind of awkward sitting because of the camera and stuff. So, okay, so if we turn, I'm going to turn the threshold down. I'm going to play, and then I'm going to turn it up so you can hear when it kicks in. So as you heard it kick in, and you heard it get silent. Like, it is doing a great job right now. It's completely kicking out all of that nasty excess noise that you would hear. Because watch, I'm gonna turn it off. You hear it? Doing its job. It's killing it. And look, these are super simple, like, controls, and that's what I love about this thing. I know noise gates are not exciting. They're very necessary. They're like transmissions in cars. No one really soups up their transmission. They soup up their engine, and then their transmission snaps, and they can't move. That's kind of how I view a gate. It keeps you absolutely quiet. It gets rid of that nasty noise. Like, it makes me want to play my 5150. Like, I was going to use it on my 100R, but the thing's too clean. It's too quiet. It's like you don't even really need a gate because it doesn't really hiss, but this 5150 hisses like a bitch. So the way the gate is set right now, it's not really chopping out any of my sustain or anything like that. You guys want to get super genty, I'm going to turn the threshold way up, and watch, we're going to play like some super genty crap. I know that was probably boring and stupid, but that's basically like that's how a lot of people do. Like, if they edit the shit out of their stuff, that's kind of like what it is. If you turn it with threshold, let's turn the threshold all the way up. Look, moving my hands on the strings, it doesn't even make a sound. So it's like the threshold's not met for the gate to actually open, but that's not where you want it. You want it like back where I had it, like right here. See? Because see, it's reacting. It's reacting to my hands on the string. So that's what you want. Like, see, it's perfect. It's muting all that nasty noise that you really don't want. And you need to it says it in the instructions. You take the release and you do it to taste because you don't want it to cut off any of your sustain. See? You put the threshold high enough, and it chops things out. Now, another thing I'm going to show you really quick, as you can see, I have the drive. Let's kick on I'm going to turn off the noise gate. Lots of noise. I'm going to turn on the drive. Just kind of wanted to show you how it affects the high in there. Gate is off. Gate is on. Boom. No noise. fine with the drive a little bit. It kind of raises the noise floor a little bit because drives normally do that. So I find that, you know, you got to set the gate a little bit higher, the threshold, excuse me. But I mean, probably don't even need the drive because as you can hear, it adds like a ton more mids. It's really don't need. I really don't even need it in this, but I just kind of want to. Alright guys, I know drive pedals are not, not drive pedals, noise gates. Noise gates are not the sexiest things in the world, but this thing's great because it does what it's supposed to do. It's easy to use and it kicks the noise out. Listen, like I'm sitting in silence right now, so if like you're recording or you're playing in a gig, you don't want to hear that damn noise. It's aggravating. Full disclosure, Revv sent me that pedal and they're like, here, do your review thing. Here, do it. We got a new pedal. I was like, okay, cool. So they didn't influence anything about this video. They just gave it to me and told me to review. Just wanted to kind of put that out there. Guys, if you're looking for a new gate, you should check this out. Now, I already know what some of you are here thinking, and you're harboring some negative thoughts, and you're like, Lucas, is this gate really better than my 30-year-old gate that I've been having and I've having success with it? I don't know. To be honest with you, I do not know. This thing is cool. You can route it through your effects loop. You can put it in front like we're doing now. I really don't know. This one does great, okay? If you need a new gate, if your old one's broken, if you want something cool, check it out. That's all I can tell you. I like that you have the different knobs and that you can control the threshold and the attack and the release. I like that because it gives you full control. It's a very simple pedal. It looks great. It does its job. I don't know what more to tell you guys. I think it's cool. Check it out. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check it out and give it a whirl. Like I said, I know noise gates. They're not the sexiest things, all right? They're not a G3 that you can do some ripping solos and some chugs with. It's really not the sexiest thing. But look, like, for a peace of mind, I mean, for silence like that, I really don't know what else to tell you. It does a great job. It's easy. It doesn't choke your tone out either. That's why I kept turning it on off to show you. It doesn't really affect my tone. That I can hear. You guys may hear it out there, but I can't hear it in here. Maybe because I have tinnitus. And I'm going deaf or something, but I can't hear it in here. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought it was cool, leave me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. If you're not subbed, you should think about it. Noise Gate, the G8. It's great, mate. Check it out. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.